Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to the long-requested Yuji Tadori character analysis, otherwise known as Gege's archenemy. As always, there's going to be manga spoilers. Let's begin. So, who exactly is Yuji? Well, as we know, he's the antagonist of JJK. He is the driving force against Sukuna, he is his cage, and that's why Gege is writing him to lose. I mean, a character like him could normally never lose, but Gege. He has Mike Tyson's curse technique, and say what you will about left, right, good night. But panels like these and powers like these are some of the most satisfying powers people have in anything ever. Because, I mean, a good old fist beatdown just feels better than, like, galactic lasers or guns. Although I still have high hopes for his curse technique. He's a product of the Kenjutsu. I know some of you might be jealous about this because I know how you feel about Kenjaku and Itadori's mom's body and the fact that he actually knows how it feels. But this is actually what makes him so strong. Say what you will about Kenjaku himself, but Jujutsu Hitler did end up creating one of the most goated characters I've ever seen. And I must say, in that vein, he is him. Look at this panel, and I mean really look at it. If Jujutsu Kaisen had an award for biggest dog in the series, no fucking doubt in my mind would it go to Yuji Itadori. I mean, it's not even just this panel. Look at this panel. It's all Mahito panels really at this point. But so many of them are so fucking clean. And I mean this one, when he just fucking rocks Sukuna's smug-ass, non-strongest sorcerer mouth, I'm surprised he didn't bleed from his eyes there. And most recently, he also learned reversed curse technique in a matter of a month. The Yuji stocks are going up, and in that vein, I urge you to invest in Yuji stock now. If you're like me, and you had a lot of Gojo stock, I still have a lot of Gojo stock, but you sold it. Invest everything in Yuji, because I guarantee you, by the end of the series, you are going to be a fake money anime millionaire. When we finally get Sukuna on his knees begging for Yuji's forgiveness, or some shit like that, Gege on his knees begging for Yuji's forgiveness, I don't even know what to say. It's going to be one of the greatest pop-off moments in history. Better than the 3-1 comeback of the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2016. And importantly, and it pains me to say this, even though I'm literally Gojo, Yuji's low-key my favorite character. Yuji is him, and we simply can't forget it. So, what has Yuji done? The list is long. The list of L's is long. Because he's taken fucking L's. Junpei. I don't know why Mahito turned him into blue Mike Wazowski with a neck and a fade, but Yuji couldn't stop him from that. This laughter panel, that fucking hurts. This is why the defeat of Mahito was so great, and the coming defeat of Sukuna is going to be so great because of this fucking panel here alone. Look at our boy, how sad he looks. He's woken up to a destroyed Shibuya, and I know people didn't like the You Are My Special music when that was happening, but in my opinion, great scene. Nanami got turned into spaghetti bolognese, and I didn't even put Mahito in this PowerPoint because fuck that guy. Nobara died, and again Yuji was looking like a little baby, and we don't want Yuji ever looking like a little baby because he's our big baby. Megumi also got fucked and shafted just like everyone else in the show, and so did Gojo. And the list continues. You can think of many characters that got shafted in front of Yuji or many things that happened to Yuji. Remember, Yuji, suffering builds character. You're gonna become him. Like, he wins fights too. And we've already talked about left, right, good night. But I mean, panels like these go so fucking hard. I will say, Sukuna versus Jogo, Sukuna versus Mahoraga, maybe some of the best animated fights in Season 2. But the best episode of the anime was definitely Mahito versus Yuji at the end. The climax, the anticipation, the atmosphere, everything was perfect. The fights Yuji wins, he fucking wins. He wins your heart. And I know I'm gassing him up a lot, but as you'll come to see, Yuji's just that guy. There's not too many memes you can make about him because he just keeps fucking winning. He keeps getting up and winning. I guess he takes a lot of L's, but you know what I mean. And he didn't run off to Africa. Now, I don't want to say any names, Yuta, but come on. Now, importantly, what will Yuji do? Because he's taken a lot of L's, we know that he's bound for a dub, right, Gege? So he's going to confirm Sukuna's fraud status. And this fraud status will be confirmed because Sukuna, the king of curses, the man who is over 1,000 years old, is going to lose to a fucking teenager. And let me tell you, just like Mbappe, I will be there, no matter what. Unless this happens. Or something like it, because we know Higuruma's dead. Not like Gojo. Then he might learn the true nature of curses. And if the true nature of curses is actually love, and love is the strongest curse of all, then I'm going to forgive him. If Yuta learns that, I'm not going to forgive him. He's going to save the day and silence the haters. All 4 of them, because there are no fucking haters left. And then importantly, he's going to win the lottery, become president of the world, and steal both Rika and Maki from Yuta because he is just that guy. So let's examine the Yuji fraud allegations. Huh, that's strange. Nothing's showing up. What the? That's motherfucking right. He beat them all. He's the only character, in my opinion, in JJK that can escape the fraud allegations. I don't want to hear the left-right goodnight bullshit. I don't want to hear his domain expansion is fucking a jab and a cross. No, he's a winner. In conclusion, Gege wrote himself into a corner by creating such a dog, and here's a little picture of the two dogs. He managed to twist the plot in a way that nobody fucking wanted to see and resulted in Gojo's demise. But Yuji's not going to do that. Yuji's taken bigger punishment than plot conveniences. He's going to beat the shit out of Sukuna. There is no fraudulency case against him. That makes him low-key one of the best characters, and everyone fucking loves him. I fucking love him. My stocks are through the roof. Yuji PR team, let me hear you in the comments. Why do you love him? Why is he the GOAT? Why is he one of the best MCs that you've seen in a long time? I want to hear you roar. And on that note, he better go down as one of the GOAT shonen protagonists, because from chapter 0 of Jujutsu Kaisen to whatever chapter it's going to end, I've loved Yuji's story. I mean, following him has just been so much fun. Yeah, the growth is kind of iffy because he has no curse technique still, but man, he makes you love him. And importantly, and I want you to clip this, he will end up at the end of the manga as the strongest. Consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed this content. At this point, I'm sure you noticed I didn't really take the piss at Yuji, but that's just because there's nothing to fucking take the piss at. Again, Yuji PR team. Down below, Gojo PR team. Everyone that went from Team Gojo to Team Yuji. Let me hear you. He's our character. Leave in the comments down below what you think about Yuji, any further character suggestions, or any further series suggestions. As always, I thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for more.